What's up, internet? Welcome back to Sega Break. This is Linzer22. There was an interview with Iizuka on Game Informer, and they talked about Sonic Origins, Sonic Colors Ultimate, and of course, his name has not been announced, but we all think it's going to be called Sonic Rangers. And in this video, I am just going to talk about one line, and it's when he was asked about where he wants to take the Sonic games after Sonic Forces. He basically says that he wants to deliver the next generation of Sonic, and this new title is basically going to pave a path forward for how we could expect the new modern Sonic to be. Now, I might be overlooking into this quote basically, because obviously that's very vague and it could mean a variety of things. He's not specifically saying what path he's going in. But, you know, it's fun to think about these things before the news actually comes out. So I hope you guys at least enjoy my thoughts on this. So one thing I thought about is that maybe Sonic Team is looking at the Yakuza team and like taking an idea from them. You see, in all the Yakuza games, especially if you look back in the, like for example, Yakuza 1, there's the open world Kamurocho. Well, I say open world, but it's honestly not that big. It's like a sandbox. But the interesting thing that they do that I don't really see in other games is that they reuse the open worlds, but they update it every single game. So it becomes a little more packed and a little more packed, and then they keep adding features that Kiryu, the main character, can do. So he can interact with the world a little bit more. He can go into more doors, things like that. And it makes each game feel like, even if it's the same open world, you still feel like an advancement in the world. You still feel like there's a lot more to discover. And of course, yes, eventually it does become like the same place and there's not much you can add, but that's okay because they've already had enough time to create a new open world. Like for example, in Yakuza 1, there was only one sandbox area, but in Yakuza 2, there's two sandbox areas. And then Yakuza 3, there's Kamurocho still, but there's also this other area that's like I can't remember what it's called. I literally just finished the game, but it's closer to a beach, but it's actually a lot smaller in scale, but that's okay. That's beside the point. I think maybe the next Sonic game could actually take this philosophy and apply it. They could create this island place that they're creating and just do the best they can for this game. I wish I could say that I could expect Sega and Sonic Team to put the right amount of resources to make it great on their first attempt, but they have not yet done that. So I'm not expecting this open world to be vast and great and to be very much in line with Breath of the Wild. I'm expecting it to maybe be a little bit bland. There may be some puzzles in there. Sonic does run fast, so hopefully, like, even if there are bland areas, you can just get out of them pretty quickly. And if you really want to, it would be hopefully easy-ish to get to levels if that's the issue. But, you know, if they make the open world fun, then great. We don't have to worry about stuff like that. But one thing I think they could get from Yakuza, they can create an open world, do their best on it, and then in the next game, use that same open world to just iterate on it. Add more stuff, make it feel packed, make it feel full. Maybe add areas that you weren't able to get to in the next game. Like maybe you can go underground in the island, or maybe Eggman's carrier is now floating above and you can skyrocket up to the Eggman carrier and you can run around in there. I don't know, maybe it's so big that you can boost in there and you won't fly off the egg carrier. I think that would be cool if they experimented with ideas like that. Another thing is, I wouldn't mind mini games in there as long as it's not being done by the main Sonic team. Something that I believe Yakuza does is there's the team that makes the Yakuza game, the actual game, and then there's these smaller teams that make the mini games. All they do is work on the mini games, and I think I would be okay with the fact if the Sonic game also borrowed from those teams. Like for example, I don't know, let's throw in the tennis game. Well, there's no tennis. Let's throw in a golf game. It's already programmed in Yakuza, so just literally copy and paste. I mean, I know it's literally not copy and paste because you literally have to change the assets and all that stuff. But if Sonic the Hedgehog is Sega's flagship game, I think you know, getting the rest of Sega involved, even in a small amount, will kind of build that drive and momentum to make this, you know, a masterpiece. Just because, you know, when you work on a thing and, you know, if you worked on that system and you're proud of it and you get to use it in another game that's probably going to sell more than the Yakuza games, you know, maybe you will feel excited about it. I can't always say, because like sometimes people are forced into jobs that they don't want to do, especially in programming games. We always hear about developers being stuck on bad games and being forced to ship an unfinished, unpolished mess, which is funny because 06 was literally that, and Sonic Boom was literally that. But to be fair, I know Boom was a passion project. They actually wanted it to be good, but, you know, Sega messed that one up. But anyways, that's beside the point. What do you guys think about them recycling? I don't want to say recycling because that just sounds bad, but what do you think about them using an open world more than once, maybe doing their best this one, but the next game iterating on it? What do you think about them adding mini games? Like maybe you can play like a tennis game that's based off of the virtual tennis engine, or I don't know if they have a tennis engine or whatever, or maybe a karts engine that they utilized in Yakuza, but now to the Sonic characters, all just like mini game. Imagine that, you can race around in this open world that they created. Like they don't have to make the individual levels, all you gotta do is just add the karts. But anyways, I just wanna make it clear that all these things would be nice, but the number one thing I'm hoping for is a great game, a great base game, because I want to play Sonic levels and I want them to be good. I hope they're as good as Generations because I really like Generations. I could play that game over and over and over again. I just wish I had more levels for Generations. But, you know, if this game's great, if the boost levels in this game are as good as Generations, I'm going to be sold regardless. I will just get through the pesky open world, if it is pesky. The open world's great, so then great, we have a great game. It would be really weird if the open world is just terrific and great and awesome, and then the boost levels are just like forces or colors. That would be kind of dampening on me. That being said, I actually like colors, but, you know, the levels aren't designed all that well. Actually, the design for colors reminds me of Lost World and Forces. Like those three just kind of get lumped together in the same kind of designed way. I say that, okay, Lost World is the levels are completely different, but the level design just feels reminiscent of Colors. Well, anyways, that's what I thought. I hope to hear your guys' opinions. Let me know down below. And if you want to hear more discussion videos on anything Sega or Sonic, subscribe and I'll be back with more.